Hi guys, in today's video we are going to install Ubuntu Desktop in Proxmox. Proxmox do have a web GUI to access its virtual machines, but there is no audio support. Even though it is very useful, but the experience is not that good. So in this video we will configure the VM, and then we will go through the entire installation process. Once we are able to log in, we will configure it to remotely connect to this Ubuntu VM. The experience will be much better than the Proxmox GUI. And also, we will have remote audio support. So let's begin. First, we need to add the installation ISO of Ubuntu Desktop. For that, we'll go to the local storage. And then ISO images. Here, we can either upload the file or download from URL. I will show you both the ways. So let's download the Ubuntu Desktop ISO. For that, we'll go to Google and search for the Ubuntu Desktop. Open the first link from official Ubuntu website. I will choose the LTS version. Now to get the download link, we will have to click on this download button. When the default download window pops up, we can just cancel this. And then copy the download URL from this Download Now link. Back in Proxmox, click on Download from URL button. Paste the copied link here and click on Query URL. Proxmox should be able to fetch the ISO from this link. Even the ISO file size is displayed here. If correct information is displayed, we can click on Download button. You can download the ISO file this way, but I'm actually going to stop it right here. For those of you who already have the file, I want to show you another way. Now, we'll try to upload the file from our machine. To do that, click on the Upload button above. Now, select the file and upload it. We'll wait for it to complete. The ISO file has been uploaded successfully. Now that the Ubuntu Desktop ISO has been added to Proxmox, we can proceed with creating the virtual machine. Click on the Create VM button in the top right corner. This Create Virtual Machine window will pop up. Here we need to provide a VM name and VM ID. By default, Proxmox automatically populates the next available ID. 107 is fine for me. I'll name it as Ubuntu Desktop. Now for the operating system, I'll choose Ubuntu Desktop, the ISO we just uploaded. Next, I'll select Q35 for the machine type and UEFI for the BIOS. For EFI storage, I will set it to local. I will increase the disk storage to 64 GB. Let's give this device 2 cores for processor. And for RAM, I will set it to 8 GB. The default network settings looks good to me. We can review our configurations from here, and if everything is good, click on Finish. A new virtual machine with ID as 107 is being created. Once the creation is complete, the name will be displayed. Now if we click on this VM, we can check the hardware configuration. And in Options, we can view few more settings. Later, we will be enabling this QEMU Guest Agent feature. For now, let's start with the OS installation. Let me click on the Console tab. I will change the view to full screen. Now we can start the VM. To install Ubuntu Desktop, we'll go with the first option. Let's click on this icon to start the installation. Here, we need to choose the language. English is okay for me, so let's go to Next. We don't need to do any changes in accessibility. Here, we need to choose the keyboard layout. This is okay for me. So let's proceed further. As it is a VM, wire connection is okay. Looks like there's a new update available. Let's update it to the latest. It has updated. Let's restart the installation once again by clicking this icon. As we are redoing the process, we'll choose the same options once again. Here, I'll proceed with the interactive installation. I'll choose default selection here. I'll select both of these options as it'll install some additional packages for better graphics and media support. Since it is a virtual machine, I will choose Erase Disk and install Ubuntu. Here, we need to provide the details to create user account. Let me update my location real quick. Here, we can review our choices and proceed with the installation. We'll wait for the installation to complete. The installation has been completed successfully. We just need to restart the system. Let's log in. And just like that, we're on the desktop screen. I'll quickly go through these post-installation options screen. Now let's open the terminal. First, I will run a pt update and also a pt upgrade in the same command. Let's enter the sudo password. Now we will install QEMU Guest Agent. This helps Proxmox have some additional control over this virtual machine. Once we install this, we will also be able to see the IP address details right here on Summary page. We will have to shut down the virtual machine for this to take effect. Once the VM has turned off, I will quickly remove the installation media. Now let's enable the QEMU Guest Agent feature. For that, we need to go to Options and edit this. Check this box and click on OK. Now let's start the VM. I will log in. And now if we check the Summary tab, we are able to see the IP address for this VM. That means the QEMU Guest Agent is working properly. Now let's set up the RDP so that we can remote into this machine with proper audio output. For that, I will open the terminal and run this command. Sudo apt install XRDP-y. This will install the XRDP package. Once the installation is complete, we will have to modify the startwm.sh file. Here we need to add few lines. No need to watch and copy these, you will find it in the description. While you are copying it, you can also click on the subscribe button. Thanks. Now that you have copied and also subscribed to the channel, let's save this file by pressing Ctrl+X followed by Y. Now we are ready to connect to this VM using Remote Desktop. For that, let's check the IP address for this machine. We can view it from the summary page. Before we try to remotely connect, we will have to log out from our current session. Now we can open our RDP client and enter the IP address. You can also add and save username and password details to avoid login every time. Looks like we were able to connect successfully. Now let's check if we are able to get audio from this VM remotely.
Front, left. Front, right.
Great, it's working. Now you can work remotely from any device and even experience the sounds. Don't forget to check the channel for more such content. In case if you need to remotely access any other OS, then you can check the next video. Thanks for watching.